Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we have a list of top 10 isekai anime where the main character is super strong overpowered from the start. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like, and if you are new, please subscribe to our channel. So without any further delay, let's begin. Master all elements and promise to watch over him. His new life as a young child officially starts when he is teleported into a forest. 3 years go by, having spent most of his time researching. Number 9. High school prodigies have it easy even in another world. The series revolves around 7 high school students who are internationally renowned for their exceptional abilities. One day, they survive a plane crash only to find themselves in a medieval fantasy world called Freygard. In this world, two human races live side by side in somewhat feudal society. The Buma, who possesses animal features and formidable strength, and the Huma, who possesses limited magical aptitude. After being rescued by a Buma named Winona and her adopted elven daughter, the group decides to repay the people of Elm Village by using their advanced skills and knowledge to revolutionize the village and its culture. The group also learns of an ancient legend that narrates how an evil dragon was slain by 7 heroes who came from another world. Believing that there is a connection between the legend and their present situation, Tsukasa, who is also the leader of the group, directs the others to learn about this new world and also search for any clues that could lead them back to Earth. However, the group's idea became a threat to the ruling Frejigard Empire, who promote atheism and social Darwinist belief that only the strong nobility shall rule and the weak commoners must obey the nobles or suffer punishment. The conflict with the empire soon leads the 7 prodigies to create a new nation with equal rights and democracy for the people. Number 8. Shining Tears X Wind. A group of students from St. Luminous College are investigating the mysterious disappearances that are happening all around Tatsumi town. One student who was researching a book entitled End Earth, which describes an alternate world, also mysteriously disappears. As Mao, a being from the other world, enters their world in order to look for her friend, Zero, she teams up with Soma and Koreha in order to battle a monster who also came to their world. Just when things seem to go their way, an accident teleports Soma and Koreha into another world. To make things more complicated, Zero appears to the two stating that he will now entrust the world to Soma. As they travel this new world, they encounter familiar friends and enemies, and they begin to realize that getting back to their own world is harder than they previously thought. Number 7. The Master of Ragnarok and Blesser of Einherjar. Some urban legends are best left untested. Yuta gets more than he bargained for when he joins his childhood friend Mitsuki in testing out an urban legend. When he uses his phone to take a picture of himself with the local shrine's divine mirror, he is whisked off into another world, one heavily steeped in the lore of Old Norse myths. Using his knowledge gained from school and from his solar powered smartphone, he has the chance to bring the Wolf clan, the same people who cared for him, to prominence, all while earning the adoration of a group of magic wielding warrior maidens known as the Einherjar. Number 6. Battle Girls Time Paradox. Yoshino Hide, an average teenager, finds herself mysteriously transported to a land that appears to be feudal Japan, albeit in an alternate world entirely made up of females. She ends up encountering the feudal lord, Nobunaga Oda, and helps on her quest to gather the pieces of a crimson armor that will help her conquer the land. Number 5. Hina Matsuri. While reveling in the successful clinching of a prized vase for his collection, Nita, a Yakuza member, is rudely interrupted when a large peculiar capsule suddenly materializes and falls on his head. He opens the capsule to reveal a young blue-haired girl who doesn't divulge anything about herself but her name, Hina, and the fact that she possesses immense powers. As if things couldn't get any worse, she loses control and unleashes an explosion if her powers remain unused. Faced with no other choice, Nita finds himself becoming her caregiver. To let her use her powers freely, Nita asks Hina to help out with a construction deal, which goes smoothly. But while this is happening, a rival Yakuza group covertly attacks his boss. To Nita's shock, his colleagues later pin the blame on him, Tasked with attacking the rival group in retaliation, Nita steals himself and arrives at her hideout. But suddenly, Hina unexpectedly steps in and helps him wipe out the entire group. As it turns out, Hina might just become a valuable asset to Nita and his Yakuza business, provided she does not use her powers on him first. And so the strange life of this unusual duo begins. Number 4. Twenty Witches. Arusu believes in magic. With all her heart, she believes that magic is possible and that it can be used for good deeds and fun games. But suddenly, she finds herself transported into another world, ruled by a mysterious elite of witches, and these witches don't seem to be in it for the fun. They're hard at work capturing sprites, the native magical beings of the world, and forcing them into slavery. Once Arusu realizes that her new surroundings aren't just a dream, she sets out to change things. Number 3. Ascendance of Bookworm. Avid bookworm and college student Matuso Urano ends up dying in an unforeseen accident. This came right after the news that she would finally be able to work as a librarian like she had always dreamed of. When she regained consciousness, she was reborn as Mine, the daughter of a poor soldier. She was in the town of Erinfest, which had a harsh law system. But as long as she had books, she didn't really need anything else. However, books were scarce and belonged only to the nobles. But that doesn't stop her, so she makes a decision. If there aren't any books, I'll just create some. Number 2. Children of the Whales. In a world covered by an endless sea of sand, there sails an island known as the Mud Vale. In its interior lies an ancient town where the majority of its inhabitants are said to be marked, a double-edged trade that grants them supernatural abilities at the cost of an untimely death. Chikuro is the village archivist, young and curious. He spends his time documenting the discovery of newfound islands, but each one is like the rest, abandoned save for the remnants of those who lived there long ago. For the first time in 6 months, another island crosses the horizon, so Chikuro and his friends join the scouting group. During the expedition, they find vestiges of an archaic civilization, and inside one of its crumbling remains, Chakuro discovers a girl who will change his destiny and the world inside the mud whales as he knows it. Number 1. The 12 Kingdoms. Yoko has only ever wanted to be normal. She does what she is asked, gets good grades, is the class president, and even helps her classmates whenever she can. But because of her red hair, she has never fit in. On an otherwise ordinary day, a man who claims to be from another world barges into Yoko's classroom and bows before her. This elegant blonde-haired man, Keiki, claims that Yoko is his master and belongs on the throne of his kingdom. However, their first meeting is cut short as Keiki has been followed by otherworldly beast called Yoma. He is able to escape with Yoko into his own realm, but two other classmates are caught up in the madness as well. Unfortunately, their troubles have just begun as the Yoma attack leaves them separated from Keiki. Alone in this strange new land, these ordinary students must learn to fend for themselves or die. That's it for today's video. I hope you like it and please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe the channel. If you are new, remember to hit the notification button for any more upcoming videos.